Ugh. Miss MXTG and Tide. Good afternoon. How you doing, Tide? Hey, Dylan Rennie. Vampirona.
Everything is in there. Our lives, our memories. It burns. Oh, it burns. Make it quiet. Make it go away.
I don't understand.
I think we need to soothe the spirit somehow, maybe some kind of reverent gesture?
Hey, Nick. Good afternoon. How you doing today, buddies?
Here goes.
Dorico,
You
you?
were fighters, scholars, explorers, friends, family, and
Just
lovers.
call me Rico. How's your day going?
We will remember you as you lived, and not as you died. Go in peace.
Mateo, good afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you for liking alive, Nick. How are you today? Good afternoon, John.
Hey, yeah.
This should be perfect.
Crispin.
It's wide open, lots of rocks, and away from people. I don't want to try
Good to
anything
see
where
you,
I could
buddies.
hit someone.
Hasta bar, same to you.
This sounds exciting.
I know. Come on.
Being able to move.
Hasta, Crispin, how we doing today? Hey,
All
yeah, I'm
right.
sure. I don't know about
See
that,
this rock?
Crispin. I'm taking my time.
I'm gonna move it.
I'm taking my time.
Oh, awkward.
Maybe if you used words?
What? Tell the rock what to do?
Sort of.
I just finished my work for the day, too.
It's
Hasta.
not a dog.
Yeah,
Off
but
of the waffle.
just
Good afternoon.
try it.
Yeah, I just finished my work,
Why?
too, for the day. I was up to my homework
You are
for
the
college,
worst.
but I'm gonna do that later
The
tonight.
worst. Don't trigger.
Ugh, what a day. Yeah, I have 7 cats, Crispin. Oh, they are.
Maybe
a
you could
handful,
think
I'll
about
tell
how
you.
your abilities protect us.
Instinct. Protection.
They keep me busy.
Shield myself.
Not yet, Storm P. Not
Shield
yet.
others. If I had this magic before, I could have.
Oh, I know, Crispin. I
I
know.
could have protected the people who matter.
Bob John, good to see you again. 7, it's a long story, Crispin, how I ended
Don't
up.
blame yourself for everything. It'll destroy you.
Away. I just
Good
have
to
to
see you again, Bob
concentrate
John.
on the people I can help. Either
Hell
way,
yeah, Crispin, get a second
I
cat.
think I'll need more
I love
practice
get
with
them as a
this.
kitten. I love
Don't you?
kittens. They're always so sweet. Then they grow up and they become.
I wonder what's up
independent.
there. Think you could find us a route?
Maybe. I'll take a look.
I did, Storm P. She's loving it.
I bet you could move this to give us something to climb on.
Got it.
Well done. Let's find another rock for you to practice on.
Bob John, I got my work done for the day, so now it's just a matter of homework. Well, I'm gonna do that a little
The
bit later today.
multitudes called out, finding solace in each other.
What?
I don't know. I was just saying something, wasn't I? Huh. Just came to me.
I hope you get a Maine Coon, Crispin. Off of the waffle. How are you today, buddies?
Think you could clear a path for us?
Heard ya.
Look at that. You're getting good.
Almost overshot that jump.
Want to try another one?
Why not?
Storm P, yeah, it already feels different. Why you
Right.
mad? Good afternoon.
There
Yeah,
you
playing
go.
as a rogue has
Practice is really helping, huh?
been a
I
trip.
might even be ready for a bigger challenge now. So many rocks. And they feel different. That one's granite. That one's slate. I think that one might be quartz. I wonder if the rock's composition affects my magic. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Let's get back to it. Practicing. I mean, give it to me.
Let's find a couple more. It's no trouble for you. Now,
I know.
Hey.
This is
good work.
Oh, Crispin, how's work
You got
today,
the
by
hang of
way?
this stone thing.
Storm P, how you
I'm
doing?
definitely
Bob,
getting
same
there.
to you.
What was that?
someone's in trouble.
Over here, Harding. We need to move quick.
Easy money, I like it.
Someone! Is anyone out there?
Someone's in trouble. We need to go.
Easy money, Crispin. Can't complain about that.
I can't move.
Hold on. Up over there. I bet that's where he is. There's no way up from here. Let's look around.
How about if you move this rock?
Tell me again, what do you do for work?
There he is. Let's hurry. Easy.
Maker. I thought I was dead for sure.
Construction inspector. And plumbing on the side, I'm digging. Marissa, I'm
Harding
back.
wouldn't let that happen.
The rocks. How did you do that?
I
got my shit done, and I ate lunch while I was at it. But damn, Crispin, I bet you make some good money as a construction inspector.
Harding?
And plumber. My good lord.
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
GE, good afternoon.
Sister, I feel you, touched by the ancients as I was. Find me. Look to those
How we doing,
closest
GE?
to the
Thank you for
stone
locking the line.
and find me.
Harding? What's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk. Ugh. Okay.
Ain't bad. Started inspecting only 2 years ago, so eventually I'll be making real good money. Goddamn right you will be. Oh, I never told you what I do. Alright, I'll tell you now. On Marissa, good to see you again. How's work for you, Marissa? E. John, same to you. And what I do for work, I'm a logistics manager. All right, so I handle the purchasing and procurement of aircraft and office supplies and equipment, as well as some IT shit on the side with regards to,
Rook,
you know,
hi. Hey.
managing, inventory management as well as some IT shit with like troubleshooting. Uh, it's just a bunch of shit. I mean, I don't get paid nearly as much as I should, honestly, but it's whatever. I work from home, so I'm not complaining. I go on base as needed. Uh, yeah, I love it. I'm a defense contractor, and I love this job. That's why I'm going to school for business administration and logistics management, so I can work my way up the ladder. Because I want more responsibility
Okay,
and to
we all
make
know
way
why
more
we're here,
money.
right?
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
This should be easy.
Oh, I love
You
it,
and
Chris.
Strike
I
take the
love this
first
fucking
set.
job.
Irlin and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
You pick me? I'm so flattered.
Well, of course, I know you. I mean, I don't know you yet. Not that. Anyway.
Just lead the way and I'll follow.
All right, now we're going to
Yeah, ain't
check
nothing
the
wrong with
crystal
more money.
alignment,
That's what I want.
Fade connection, and the lyrium reserves.
Marissa, make sure you
Has
and the
alignment
BF
ever
relax good
been a
after work.
problem? Even once? It's not what
Busy day, work hard, play hard. Marissa, I'm so sorry.
happened.
Marissa, I am
once.
so sorry
And we
that
can't even be
Carel's
sure the
supposed to
crystal
start us playing when
alignment
I
was
said
why.
you and your BF should relax
Look,
after work. Oh my
I know
god,
what
I am
you're
so
saying,
sorry. That is
but
not what I
maybe
meant.
if we...
We check it every single time.
Two-Faced
I'm
Johnson, good
sorry.
afternoon.
You're right. I just...
God damn, why not
Sorry.
pick Careless
Forget it.
Whisper as my notification? Because I swear to God, it plays at the most. Sometimes great times, other times it just makes everything sexual, and I swear to God.
All right. Go team.
It's my fault, really. I'm sorry, Belara.
Let's go. We want to get back quickly.
Of course. See you soon.
Damn right, Dream Master. Good to see you.
So
You
what was
do all
that
the
all
cooking
about?
and cleaning too. What does he do for
what
work?
all about?
Attention. Seemed pretty heavy.
I mean, it
It's
sounds like your
nothing.
job
Don't
is
worry about
pretty time consuming, from what you told me. Given how much.
Here we are, the artifact vault.
Wish
Or
you the
one of
best
them,
too,
at
GE.
least.
Have a great day.
Looks like it's seen better days.
Yeah, given how much
Repairing reality
how
doesn't
long
leave a
you
lot
work
of time
for,
for repairing
you know,
walls.
fucking workload.
At least until someone falls through a hole
Sorry,
in the floor.
Marissa. I'm not trying
Random
to
example.
pry. I was just curious.
Okay, see those two power crystals? The ones that aren't glowing?
Electrician. Go
There
on,
should
gotcha.
be a couple of replacements,
I know he's tired
charged
after
ones
work.
in the room. If you grab them, I'll make sure the artifact stays calmed.
I know that man's definitely gonna be tired after work. I don't miss being an electrician. Or working electrical maintenance, aircraft maintenance, or shit like that. I don't miss it.
Okay, new power crystal is in.
Great, and the artifact didn't collapse the room.
Was that a possibility?
Always is. And there we go.
Oh, so he
So
travels
it's
a lot for
calmed
work.
now.
Should be.
Set, good afternoon.
And it'll stay
Bubble
that way for a
Sensei, good
while.
afternoon.
And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality. Okay, let's keep going.
Sure. Sounds good.
Right on, Crispin. Except for a private aviation company. I was gonna say, if it was government, I bet them government contracts be good.
So, it's nice out at least. You know, ignoring that reality itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right.
Damn. Chris, good afternoon.
Found one.
Hour and a half, 2 hours
Bring
away.
it over
then
here and put it in the
on the
socket.
way there, and then on the way back. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't miss having to drive a lot for work and shit. Three jets and they're getting a fourth. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand the mindset of rich people, Crispin. I don't understand it in the slightest. Why they need so many goddamn jets? Why they need more than one? Why one jet isn't enough for them?
So what did this artifact do? Before it was calmed, I mean.
It would bring flaming rocks down all around it, every 30 minutes. And for some reason, you'd hear chanting while it did it. Not sure what that was about.
Did you ask them why they want a fourth fucking jet? What do you need four for when one is an... I swear, rich people just
Okay,
throw...
reserves replaced.
If I had that kind of money to buy 4 fucking jets, I wouldn't buy 4 fucking
looking
jets.
good. Thank you, by the way.
There's no utility
helping
for a
out.
4th jet.
You have better things to do. I know.
I'm happy to help. Besides, you're fun to spend time with.
Really? Oh, I mean, that's so nice. I like spending time with you too. Okay, one more to go.
Aunt Kathy, good afternoon. Yeah, Crispin, yeah, rich people baffle me. They really fucking truly baffle me. I don't know what I'd do with enough money to buy 4 jets, but it wouldn't be buying 4 jets.
Not too far now. Thank you for giving me this chance to help people.
You were
Hello.
already kind of doing that as a veil jumper.
Sort of, but it was never as big, you know? As grand. Helping you. Well, we're helping lots of people. Everywhere. I like that.
They got that generational income. The Berwyn family, yeah. They got that generational income. Legacy income. You come from generations of money? Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. You come from generations of money? Yeah.
So how do you calm an artifact anyway?
You have to cut it off from its power source, but carefully. Some of them like to try and blow up when you do it. Hey, Rook.
What you need?
Never mind.
Fucking hell.
Found the other
Marcy, good to
crystal?
see you.
Great, slot it in.
How you doing, Marcy? Yeah, Crispin, if I ever get wealthy, or start building generational income for me and my family, my kids and their kids, they're not. I swear to God, I will slap them from beyond the grave, buying 4 fucking jets. The fuck?
There. Done.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
From beyond the grave,
keeping
Crispin,
reality
I will
from
haunt
falling
my
apart
kids
is
and their
important.
kids
but other veil jumpers can do this.
Quasi.
Why not let them?
Symbidian.
Because
Symbidian. Hello.
maybe then I can make up for it.
Make up for what?
For not being good enough when it counted. I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
Girl, why are you running away from me? All sad and shit. Get your cute ass over here. I'm here to build a relationship with you.
Bellara, I'm,
My brother,
what?
back there, you asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
What happened to your brother?
Syrian. His name was Syrian.
Oh,
We were the same,
Bob,
you
John,
know?
Marissa. I have
In
something
a
else
lot
to
of
rant
ways.
about.
We wanted
Jameson,
to
good
learn
afternoon.
everything. About Elvenon,
I'll
the
wait till after
magic,
this
the
cutscene.
people, all of it. We heard about the Notisterthalin, figured it had the answers, or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept
It's coming,
looking,
Marissa, but
kept
it's gonna
putting
come after
himself in
this.
danger.
After this cutscene.
It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay.
You loved him. They loved the idea of him.
They never knew him. Not really. Didn't know why he did what he did. Syrian, he felt responsible. For our people. For me. My little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me.
I'm still tripping on how Syrian
He called me
dies.
Laura
It's so
Siobhan.
stupid.
Hummingbird. In Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking. Trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused. Anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me.
Damn.
And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook. Thank you for being here.
Alright, cutscene's over. I can rant. Malcolm X, yeah, I love this game. Why do you ask? Now I can go on my little rant, Marissa. Cutscene's over. God damn you, careless whisper. Anywho, so what I was gonna rant about, brain working, Assassin's Creed Shadows, the new one that's coming out. So it's being positively reviewed, like overwhelmingly positively reviewed by every. It's got replay value, and what would you deem unnecessary stuff? Because other than that, I fucking love this game. It's a 10 out of 10 fantasy RPG experience for me. I adore this fucking game, and I'm looking forward to my third playthrough as a mage. But I digress. A lot of people have made it their entire personality to hate on Assassin's Creed Shadows for pretty much blatantly racist reasons. Every negative fucking bullshit motherfuckers has dropped about the game before it even released for the past year has been outraged about the main character being Yasuke. How dare they? And not just, he's not the main character, by the way. He's not, or more specifically, he's not the only main character. There are two, Yasuke and Inoue? I forget the name of the female ninja. Whatever. There's two main characters. But Yasuke being in the leading role, how dare they? How dare they? What an insult to Japan, some said. Others are like, I don't want to play George Floyd in Japan. And you see where I'm going with this? It's bad. So now the game's come out, and it's getting a lot of fucking positive reception. People love it. So some people, Vextero says it's the best thing. It's the best thing since Black Flag, and I'm like, fuck yeah, good shit. I'm glad to hear the game is doing well and being reviewed so positively. What caught my attention is the people saying, "Oh, you're all a bunch of paid shills. None of these reviews are real," or getting mad at the positive reception the game is getting, and I have to wonder, why? Why do y'all care? Why do y'all, you weren't going to buy the game. You already hate the game because your favorite YouTuber daddy or some dipshit online told you to hate the game. So why do you care that other people like the game? Why does that bother you? I don't understand that. Like, why? What? Tosh, being non-binary was the issue for you. Not trying to chastise you, Malcolm. I just want to ask. I want to understand why that's a problem for you. Because if you haven't picked up already from me, that shit don't bother me in the slightest. In fact, I found her story to be beautiful, even. Sad how it ends. It's not spoilers. You already know how it ends. Well, their fucking mom accepting them for who they are at the end, but then being murdered right in front of them. That sucked. I really wanted them to save their mom. I really did. Yeah, Marissa, I don't like that. I don't like that either. You have to pick between two cultures. I'm like, why not both? Why does she have to be either Rivani or Kanari? JJ, good to see you. And the word is bird. I don't know. I'm just shooting the shit with people. Same as always. You said compared to other Dragon Age games. Okay, so I haven't played the other Dragon Age games, Malcolm. I've only played this one. This is my first intro into Dragon Age. This is my first intro into Dragon Age. So I don't know what the other games were like. I'm going based off this game and this game alone. So I have no point of comparison. Coffee Wax, good to see you. I think it was fine on its own, in its own right. Now, again, if I had a point of comparison with the other games, maybe I'd have a different opinion. But for what it was pretty straightforwardly a story of someone struggling with their identity and sense of self. Pretty straightforward. Tosh struggling with their identity, feeling, and also the expectations of who they're supposed to be. Yeah, I reckon like if this is how it is with here, I reckon they've been woke or pro LGBT and weirdly and arguably weirdly woke well before their time. Like if this is any indicator, I guarantee the other games were just as cheesy, corny, and outwardly fucking woke, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like this is that far of a departure from the older games, and I haven't played them yet. But from what I've heard and from this game alone, I'm like, this sounds like some shit they like. I remember somebody posting. I saw someone posting that like, yeah, they've had LGBT people in their fucking games for years. Like, this is just a thing they've been doing that. I was like, huh. Other ways to struggle with identity. I'm saying that if there's a better way, I'm sure they could have told it. But for what it was, is what I'm saying. It was pretty straightforward. If you want to argue it was corny, sure. I thought the pulling the barv was corny, but in a endearing way. Personally, I thought that was adorable. Like pulling a barv and then fucking drive motherfucker accidentally misgenders them and then do some push-ups about it. I was like, it's adorable. Like corny, definitely very corny, but that's adorable. I had no problem with that. But Tasha's storyline felt pretty straightforward to me. You get what I'm saying? It was cheesy, Marissa. Definitely cheesy. It was undoubtedly fucking cheesy. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was wholesome, but cheesy. Cheesy as fuck. But we've had corny ass, cheesy fucking fluff fest stories of people struggling with their identity and expectations and acceptance and such since time immemorial. Ain't nothing new. My point is that for a story, for as delicate as an issue as someone's gender identity, they did it well enough. It passes. It wasn't, how should I say, preachy and it wasn't preachy, I guess would be the word. Why is that, Knight? What monster tried to do to you? Yeah, Malcolm, it was just the way Tasha's story was just cheesy. But like wholesome cheesy. Like their mother died. I didn't like that at all. I wanted to see the mom come to accept them. That's what I wanted, and they did. But right before dying, like, come on. If we're gonna commit to a cheesy storyline, can we just get the happy ending we want for it? You know what I mean? If y'all gonna be as cheesy as y'all have been up to this point, can we just fucking just commit to the bit and give us the happy ending? What are we ranting about? The non-binary character in this game and their storyline, and how it's good but cheesy, and how I'm a little mad that it didn't get the happy ending I think it should have gotten. That's my opinion. And Malcolm, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay. I want you to know, Malcolm, I'm not trying to grill you or chastise you or nothing. I'm just saying it could have been. It definitely could have. If they were going to commit to being cheesy and corny and fucking about gender identities, and at least give us a fucking happy ending. Jesus. A satisfying conclusion. Because honestly, Tasha's storyline did not feel satisfying. Not at all, but not as it should have been. I wanted Tasha's mom to live. And she should have lived. Gets smacked in the face with a tablet, now she's dead. Malcolm! Oh my god! Valara, her brother Syrian dying from getting thrown at the wall, getting lightly thrown at the wall. I made jokes about that. I was like, what is this man made of glass? Like, what? The fact he died just from getting thrown at the wall was the dumbest shit to me. That was lame. Fuck. And Knight, they didn't change the overall story. It's just Tosh, the character, the dragon hunter Tosh, is discovers that they're non-binary. They don't identify as male or man or woman. And in the whole thing, the story goes along with them trying to come to accept that themselves, get their mother to accept it, and their mother does, but like right before she gets killed. And I'm just like, right before, like, really? That's what we're doing? Like, seriously, you're just gonna kill the mom? Let them struggle. Let them struggle with their gender identity, not their gender identity and losing their mom. Like, come the fuck on. That was so lame. Acceptable, but I hated it. And Malcolm, yeah, no. Syrian dying in one goddamn hit was by far the... Now, that was corny. Y'all want to talk about corny storylines? Everything building up to Syrian turning coat and revealing, I believe in you, and I'm choosing to do the right thing now. Everything building up to that was fine. And until he just fucking dies from one hit. Not even stabbed. If he got stabbed in the chest, I'd have believed it. But he got thrown at the wall, dog. I do, Knight. I do. Malcolm, I read that. People speculate because fucking Anaris made him weak or some shit. Nobody that goddamn weak, Malcolm. Ain't nobody that goddamn weak. That man's organs were made of glass, dog. His my bones are made of glass. Every time I breathe, everything hurts. It's like that motherfucker from SpongeBob. I don't know if y'all remember during the chocolate episode. All I can do is sell these boxes of chocolate. The scammer. You remember him? Yeah, that's who Syrian was. Glass bones and paper skin. Literally, that's who Syrian was. Appreciate you, Knight. I really do. Thank you for the roses. Oh, absolutely. Now, even if you don't love the stories, the character stories and the overall story, this game shines in its combat. Absolutely shines in it. Cal, good to see you. Thank you for liking the live, my brother. And JJ, what are you up to? Yeah, this game shines in its varied combat. It's very fun, fast-paced, fluid, and exciting, no matter which build you pick. Favorite video game of all time? That's a tough one. Sincerely, that is a tough question because obviously I suffer from recency bias. But if I had to pick an all-time favorite, like a game that I played endlessly, likely platinum, and can enjoy no matter how many times I play it, no matter when I pick it back up, this, that, and the third, like throughout my entire lifetime of playing video games, my favorite video game of all time has to go to the one who wins that one is Elden Ring. Elden Ring won it. I've played lots of video games in my life. Elden Ring is the only one I'd ever played. It was the first game I ever platinum. Elden Ring was the first game I ever actually went out of my way to get absolutely fucking everything there is to get in that game. I've played lots of games, but never 100% of them. Never. I would always play a game, get what I can get, beat it, and drop it. You know what I mean? I never touch it again. But Elden Ring was the first time I ever really, truly felt like playing the game until there was literally nothing left to do. Fanara, good morning. I mean afternoon. How you doing today? Same here, Malcolm. I adore Elden Ring. And Marissa, I can't wait to play Dragon Age Origins, or just all the Dragon Ages. I really do look forward to that. Skyrim. Skyrim is a lot of people for all those of us who are fans of fantasy RPGs. I'm from what a lot of people I hear. Knight, welcome back. Skyrim appears to be like the go-to game. A lot of people fall back on as like their favorite fantasy RPG. You hope what matters, Knight? The gifts? They matter to me. They may not matter in like it's not a lot of money, but I mean they matter in that I appreciate knowing y'all support me. Y'all are here. I'm not in this. I'm not in this for the money. It's nice having people here to talk to every time I play. Naive girl. Distinct. Good to see you. Oh, no doubt, Knight. I just hope you can tolerate my rants. Oh, I love a good debate. A healthy back and forth with a dash of ribbing, you know. But know that no matter what we disagree on, or no matter how much we argue, it's from a place of love. It'll never be out of like, fuck you, you're an awful person type shit. That's not how I roll. Very few people get that from me. I've had a few people come up in here on some nonsense though, and for that I just shit on them, and that's just gonna be the end of that. If I go out of my way to block them, to me that means they've been especially annoying. But most of the time, someone comes in here with a disagreement or got some shit to say, I'm just gonna shit back on them. You know what I mean? You shit on, you fuck on me, I fuck on you. You don't fuck with me, I fuck with you. Where did I hear that from? That was incredibly racist. But I heard that from, where did I hear that from? Was that Rush Hour? I don't remember. Faber, good to see you, buddy. Night, hangover. You're right. You know, fuck me, I fuck you. That's right. It was hangover. They were in the Philippines or something. I don't remember. Man, I ain't seen The Hangover. The Hangover should have never been a trilogy, by the way. It should have never been a trilogy. It should have been one and done. The first one was a masterpiece. It should have been one and done. But for some reason, they decided to make a whole trilogy with a crazy ass storyline. I mean, the ending was satisfying enough. But they got money hungry as fuck, Knight. They should never have made a trilogy. Oh, Knight, the second and third movie were so obviously cash grabs. Like it's not even funny. They were so obviously nothing but fucking shameless cash grabs. Shameless. Absolutely shameless. And VC, good to see you. This is the end. I remember that movie. It was fun. It was a fun movie. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was a fun movie. Now, Knight, I actually have a question for you there, because I'm a Marvel fan too. Do you think it's because the reason for the poor reception of Marvel movies now is because something has fundamentally changed with the formula, or because we're all pretty much, like in my case, I feel pretty content and satisfied um with how in-game they'll wrapped everything up, neatly wrapped everything up. You know what I mean? Like there were years of build up to in-game that paid off immensely. So it's like, where do we go from there? Someone just tried to call me. Yeah, I don't think they had a plan for what comes after Endgame. I don't think they ever planned for that, truly. Night. I sincerely don't think they gave that much thought. Because Endgame really truly felt like the end of like Marvel movies. It really felt like they wrapped everything up. But then we got to remember I mean, they knew they were gonna keep making Marvel movies, but it's just like, who cares anymore? Zero, good afternoon. Good to see you again, buddy. Well, it was like, for me, that's how I am. I haven't watched a Marvel movie since Endgame because I'm like, who cares anymore? I got the satisfying conclusion to everybody else's stories up to this point. They don't give a fuck, man. They don't give a fuck about X-Men Night. You know that. Come on, bro. You know that. Ain't nobody gave a fuck about X-Men since Logan. Deadpool clearly cared about X-Men to an extent, but that's about it. Avengers Doomsday. What the fuck is that, Bob John? And Distinct. What's Hood? What do you mean?
Give me a solo movie of Nightcrawler and I'll be good unless they mess it up.
Solo. Oh, what's good? Like Deadpool, bring him back. That's the biggest thing that's happened for X-Men since forever. Yeah, that was the clearly the only love X-Men is ever gonna get. If I'm being real with you, Avengers Doomsday is where the multiverse collides against each other. That just sounds like a fucking clustered mess that I don't want to see personally. Distinct, all's good, brother. Just chilling, talking, live my life like it's golden. Yeah, I saw that night. I'm not watching that. I'm not touching that. They shouldn't. Robert Downey Jr. should be done with Marvel movies, but now they're gonna cast him as Doctor Doom. Oh my, fuck this. Just I don't care anymore. Kadarius, good to see you. And Zero, a solo movie of Nightcrawler or a solo movie of Spawn, as Marissa said, would be fucking great. I personally want I want Spawn back. Give me some Spawn. Are you telling me in a world we got fucking Daredevil and the Punisher TV shows, we don't have a Spawn show? Or a Spawn movie? Like, the fuck? People would love Spawn. Fallen Joker, you are a real joker. It's so easy on Nightmare mode? Fuck that. You must be really good at the game. Bob John, absolutely. I don't know if Bob John if Static Shock could release today and not get shit on for being excessively woke. I don't know. I really don't know. It was woke back then, but well before it was way ahead of its time with regards to how it tackled societal issues and the motivations of each mutant. Or what do they call them in Static Shock? I forgot. Mikey, good to see you. I don't understand why though, Marissa. Spawn is awesome. The only Spawn love we got was in Mortal Kombat. where they made him a character, gave him a storyline, all that. And I'm just like, they even brought the original voice actor back for him, and it was beautiful. Moon Knight, fair. That's fair. I've never been a fan, but that's fair. God damn, Joker. Big dick over here, Mr. Good at Video Games. Fuck out of here, son. Lovebug, good afternoon. Same here, Marissa. I want Spawn anything. Please give me Spawn back. Please give me Spawn back. Speaking of Spawn, then there was Blade. Spawn and Blade are by far what feels like really relics of their time. They really truly feel like relics of their time. Grizzled black dudes that kill monsters and shit, that themselves are monsters. Like, they really feel like a product of their time. And I just don't feel like any new iteration would do them justice. That's why they've struggled with making the Blade movie all these years. The fourth one or whatever. Absolutely, Bob John, absolutely. Knight, I know they're making a new Blade movie, but I'm scared of it. I'm being honest with you, I'm scared of it. That's why, because if it's not starring Wesley Snipes, I don't want it. Most people don't want it. If it ain't starring Wesley Snipes as Blade, I don't want it. Shadow, good evening. I mean afternoon. Favorite MCU movie? Mine would have to be the first Iron Man, if I'm being honest with you. That one was awesome. Of all the movies in MCU, the first Iron Man was my favorite. What actor would play Spawn well? Marissa, that's a good question. Captain America Civil War, I do enjoy Captain America, but Iron Man was my guy. Yeah, good taste, Knight, good taste. Who could play Spawn in this day and age? Remy, good afternoon. I haven't been a fan of Spider-Man since the Tobey Maguire movie, so I don't know. Knight, you and I are gonna have to fight each other on that one. Like, actually throw hands with each other for that comment. You should be ashamed of yourself for saying that.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
How dare you? I did watch it. I'm just fucking with you. He was good. Andrew Garfield actually was good. I just think a lot of people had too much nostalgia for Tobey Maguire to really accept a new Spider-Man at the time, and it was a weird time for movies. Honestly, I think he did really well. I just think that people weren't really ready for him. Andrew did well, and I really don't care for the kid that's Spider-Man. What's his name? He's not bad. It's just I don't care for him at all. He's not a kid, but he's young looking fucking adult. He's young. He looks young as fuck. I forget his name. Tom Holland. Yeah, I don't hate him. I just don't care for him. He was good in Avengers and Avengers Endgame, but that's about it. Going back to Zero, you said Guardians 1 and 2. Guardians 3 was the best one of the trilogy. If for no other reason than the villain of Guardians 3. That's my opinion anyways. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was the best of the whole fucking trilogy. I fucking loved 3. I cannot believe 3 was as good as it was. And the villain in 3, the best in the whole trilogy. The villain in 3, he outshined every other villain in the Guardian series. Easily. He was a fucking menace. And his actor, oh my god, his actor killed that fucking role, dog.
For
Good
sure,
shit, Knight.
I'll easily agree with that.
I'm just saying, Zero, you ain't gotta agree with me. I'm just saying, Guardians 3 villain, he stole the show for me, personally. He stole the fucking show. That actor, good lord, he played the hell out that role. And I'm saying, I want to be clear, the other two Guardian movies weren't bad, although I didn't like 2 all that much. Like, that much. I enjoyed it, but I had some issues here and there. There were too many jokes for my liking, but it was overall good. Like, I had a good time with it.
The villain was amazing, I loved him a lot. Got an actual villain feeling to him.
Exactly. Like the other two from the first one to the second one felt like, okay, I guess they're the villains, but who cares? This guy in the third one, I don't remember his fucking name, but he killed it as the villain. He killed it. He felt like a genuine fucking monster. He was a goddamn monster. Like, I really felt like, oh my god, this complete psychopath with a god complex. He is a monster. Yeah, Knight, they didn't give a fuck about Thor, but I love Thor Ragnarok. That was That was the best Thor had ever been since his fucking inception. I loved it. Yeah, it wasn't Adam Warlock Knight. He became a good guy. It was the black guy. He played what is the villain's actual name? I don't remember what the villain's actual name was. He was like the emperor or some shit. I don't know.
The first two, they always made it seem like they had something bigger after them than the villain in the movie.
Oh, most definitely, Zero. Most definitely. Yeah, the Thor movies are terrible until Ragnarok happened. Ragnarok was fucking awesome. I loved Ragnarok. The first 2 to, I think, 3 Thor movies, honestly, the motherfuckers, it was just too serious. The motherfuckers took themselves too seriously. I couldn't, I just wasn't digging it. Oh my God, Cynthia! I'm glad you just texted me. I just responded to your text. The High Evolutionary. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense why he's like that. I will rewatch it. Okay, Cynthia, if you're there listening right now, I just realized something. Cynthia, if you could text me a link to your website right now. I just remembered something I forgot I could fucking do. Since TikTok ain't going anywhere. Here we go. Edit profile. Link. Website. All right, good. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing a thing. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is I'm doing in a second. All right. From here on out, from this day forward, I don't know why I did not think of this sooner. Because I'm an idiot, that's why. Cynthia, I got the link. From this day forward, Chris, good to see you. A close friend of mine who has basically been my sponsor since I started streaming and concentrating on YouTube and from YouTube to here now. I'm playing Rogue, by the way. Shadow Dragon Human Rogue, Chris. Cynthia's Creative Crafts. is the name of her business. It is now linked in my bio. Neptune, good to see you. So if anyone wants to buy any of her knickknacks, paddywhacks, stuff that she handcrafts herself, linked in my bio. I don't know why I didn't think I could do that. I totally forgot it because it's linked on my YouTube page and like all my other fucking socials. But I forgot I could link it here on my Twitch, on my Twitter, TikTok as well. I'm a fucking moron. How am I just not thinking of this? As soon as you texted me the picture of what you made, Cynthia, I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. Why haven't I linked it on my TikTok? That's where most of my viewers are. Vincent, Neptune, Chris, it's really good to see all of y'all, by the way. And yeah, no, I started with my first playthrough, Chris, was a warrior. Grey Warden warrior. I fucking love being a warrior. But now I'm a rogue and I'm having a goddamn blast being a rogue. And Neptune, good luck on the last mission. Shit ain't no joke. But it's really awesome. Like the final act set pieces and feels like all out war. I love it, but I'm sure it's not a spoiler anymore for you, Neptune, but you know what's sad that happens. You know what's sad. That shit broke my heart. I don't know who you chose. Don't say it in the chat. But I don't know who you chose to lead that strike team. But god damn it. I wasn't ready for that. Rock on, Vincent. I'll smoke with you. How you doing today, Cynthia? Same here, Neptune. Same here. Chris, welcome back. How you doing today, Chris? I'd smoke with you, Vincent, but my fucking pipe isn't pulling. Hold on. I gotta get it to pull. Oh, you're gonna love this game, Chris. You're gonna fucking love it. I really, truly believe you're gonna adore this game.
I like your emotes, by the way. Not sure which will be my favorite yet.
I'm glad you love them, Zero. If you have any emotes you want me to use, like I can add them in anytime. I still have space for more emotes. So if there's any particular emotes you want me to add in, DM them to me on Discord. I'll save them and add them in as, you know, as more emotes. Chris, bro, the only woke thing about this game, and that's if you consider
Nice,
that
bet.
to be woke.
I got you when I think of some.
Right on, Zero. And that's if you consider that to be woke. I don't. Because that's not what wokeness means, but whatever. There's a non-binary character. She has a gender. Her storyline is about gender identity and acceptance. It's really cheesy, but it's fine. And that's not even till halfway through the fucking game. It is their definition of woke. I mean, which means LGBT people. The existence of LGBT people is woke, and that's not. Thank you, Chris. Bro, we black. We both should absolutely know what woke really fucking means. You and I should definitely know. But whatever. I digress. Everyone should know. It just means awareness to societal injustices. For those who don't know, that's literally what it means. Awareness to societal injustices. That is what being woke means. That is what it's always meant. This new definition that dipshit, mouth-breathing dipshits have decided to attribute it to everything they don't like. Just fuck them. Fuck them. They made me hate the word woke. It annoys the piss out of me now. So that's why I seem annoyed right now. I'm not annoyed, but I seem annoyed. I got a little annoyed because I heard the word woke and it made me want to. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is why I smoke. Tobacco, specifically tobacco. In the face of what, Chris? Sorry. I never sleep. I barely sleep. That's kind of my problem. Except for yesterday. I finally crashed. Spent damn near the entire day sleeping. Y'all make me talk too much. Y'all know that? Y'all make me talk way too fucking much for my own good. Oh, I definitely needed it, Cynthia. I definitely needed it. Exactly, Chris. Not being asleep in the face of injustices. That's literally what wokeness has always meant. That's what it originally meant. That's what it's always meant. But everybody has decided, no, now it means if you have non-white people or LGBT people or women in my games, it's woke and therefore bad. Fuck out of here. And Vincent, you say in places that shouldn't make sense. Why does anyone have to justify putting a woman and or non-white person or LGBT person in anything? Why does it have to feel justified? Have you ever really thought about that? Why does it have to feel justified? Especially in these fantasy games. Like, think about that for a second. Why does it have to be? That's what I mean, Vincent. Like, why in all my fantasy RPGs, I always make my characters look like me. Human male, black guy, short hair, and a beard. And it fits. Not because it fits the narrative for a black person to be there. It fits because it's a fucking fantasy game. It's a fantasy world. Anyone can be there. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Neptune, welcome back. No one has to justify their existence in these games. King Solomon, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay. How you doing today, buddy? No one. Well, that's fair. Like, if you made a video game where, let's say, for example, the narrative, the story, the world is this, right? Is there wouldn't be any women in this world for some reason. Like, whatever the reason you came up with, there are no women. And then for some reason, there's a woman. Then it would be confusing. I can see why you'd be confused, but I'm sure there's a narrative reason for the existence of a woman in a world without women. Like, I never feel like there's no point in it, no purpose. There's always a reason. Even if you don't like the reason, even if it's convoluted or stupid, there's a reason. But the point is that there doesn't need to be one. If we're there, we're there. I did Warrior, Grey Warden, Grey Warden, Warrior, Neptune. Do that. You'll love it. Ooh, have fun, King Solomon, with the Witcher 3. I love that game. Can't wait to play it on stream one day, and The Witcher 4. Oh, that's going to be fun. But yeah, Vincent, there is no need to justify the existence of women and non-white people and such in these games. They don't need to justify it. They choose to, mind you, because you wanted to have some narrative reason for it. But, like, there doesn't need to be a justification, so to speak. Doesn't need to be one. Neptune, yes, if you love RPG games, and you'll love The Witcher, especially narrative, like heavily narrative-driven RPG games, The Witcher is right up your alley. If you like heavy, really good narrative games, with some action, of course, but like really well done fantasy world fucking RPGs, and The Witcher's right up your alley, for sure. I'll never forget playing The Witcher 3. That game was fucking gorgeous. The story, amazing. Every character, amazing. I was invested when I played that game years ago. But yeah, Vincent, fiction, that's the... Unless we're doing a historical thriller, and a non-fiction story where it wouldn't make sense to have a black protagonist, let's say, shit, I don't know, some fucking... Man, it's hard. I don't. I'm not as much of a history buff as I thought I was. I'm trying to think of a specific historical example where black people were not around. We're like, and I mean our definition of black people, not um like the because concept of blackness is a uniquely American or before Americans. But you get where I'm going with this. What point in history were there no dark people? I guess in Denmark. You tell me a story about Denmark's history and you add a black person. There we go. Denmark's history, that's like extremely white. The Netherlands, Denmark, extremely white. So we're telling a nonfiction story in the Netherlands. And there's not a black person in sight. It would be weird to add a black person, wouldn't it? A nonfiction story about Denmark. There we go. Got it. Nailed it. Take care, Vincent. Have a good day at work. And Chris, I'm not that far into Monster Hunter. I'm sorry. I got to get back into it. Yes, Cynthia, like a documentary. That's where it wouldn't make sense. But when... Oh, shit. For real this night? I need to learn. It did, Marissa. It did. Because by and large, like, it was cool to see a black knight and some ethnic people, I guess, in a meta sense. But for the Witcher series, we shouldn't have been there. For the Witcher series specifically, since it's a uniquely, extremely Nordic story. Not that there's absolutely no chance of a black person being in a Nordic story, but it's Polish, Nordic. They're not Nordic. There are Nords in it. It's Polish lore. Yeah, it was Polish, and Polish people are white as fuck. White as fuck. And King Solomon, while there were no colored people in the Lord of the Rings, I have no idea. It's fantasy. We could have been there. They could have easily made an excuse for us to be there. They just didn't. I don't know. I don't get it either. All I know is if the story is fiction and fantasy, they ain't got no goddamn excuse to not include non-white people and women and shit. If it's fantasy, I don't give it. No one should give a shit. If it's fantasy. No one should give a shit. Unless, of course, the fantasy is like that hybrid between fiction and nonfiction. Because, again, the Witcher series is a largely Polish story. You get what I'm saying? That would be cute, Marissa. Malcolm, welcome back. Yeah, no. If it's fantasy, I don't give a shit, personally. But if it's that high, if it's not. I know there's a term for it, right? Like there's high fantasy and low fantasy. I don't know that I'm trying to remember the exact diction here. But there's like it's based on the real world, but it's also not. It's fantasy. You get what I'm saying? Like again, The Witcher 3, the Witcher series could not be more clearly a parallel between the real world, but now, hey, let's just imagine the same real world politics and setting, but fantasy. Chris, I have one question for you there. Name a game that preaches at you. Name one. That actually preaches at you. Everyone always says they don't like, I just don't want it shoved down my throat, bro. I just don't want these games and whatnot preaching at me, bro. And I'm like, what do you mean? Who's preaching at you? Who? And I mean that sincerely. Tell me. Who is preaching at you? Which game is doing it? That's the only, I just want y'all to really think about what you're saying when you say it. Like, really ask yourself, is this thing really happening? Or do I think it's happening? I've been playing video games my whole goddamn life, and the only ones I can even think of that are even remotely preachy is the Metal Gear Solid series, which is very, very preachy about its anti-war message. Metal Gear Solid is so goddamn preachy and up its own ass on its anti-war message. But people love it. War is bad. War is bad. I get it. Child soldier is bad. Yeah, I know. Governments create the false justifications for war. Okay, I understand. Most people conscripted into wars or join the military are poor and desperate people who are just trying to get a leg up in life. Yeah, I know. I've been there. I get it. Metal Gear Solid could not be any less preachy. It is the epitome of a preachy fucking game with a strong, that loves its message so much it slams its message in your face with a fucking brick with every game. But people love it. Why is that message okay? But other messages aren't. You get what I'm saying, Chris? This game could not more clearly be stating that, like, hey, slavery is best. Slavery exists in this world, and slavery is bad. I agree. It's not preaching it. It's not reminding me over and over again, but it's definitely telling me that slavery is bad, and all the good characters oppose slavery, and all the bad persons want to use it. Pretty straightforward. Pretty fucking straightforward. Pop and Lock, good to see you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I'm doing my ranting thing. But I hope I'm making sense to y'all. Does anybody have any questions? Like, I hope I'm making sense. I think, Chris, the real issue is not that people. Thank you, Cynthia. I think the real issue is not that people have an issue with video games having messages or preaching their message. I think the real issue is whether or not you agree with the message. I get you. And that's exactly where I was going with this. It's not that LGBT people in video games is being preached at you and forced on you. No, in most of these games, at least the ones I've played, it's entirely optional to be LGBT and or engage in the LGBT aspects of the game. I can make my character gay, but he isn't. I don't have to be gay. I don't have to be trans. I choose to be straight. Nico Puffs, good afternoon. None of it's forced on me. The option is there. The problem, Chris, that people are having is that the option is even there in the first place. That's the problem. That's what's rubbing them the wrong way. They believe that the option shouldn't even be there. The problem isn't that you're being preached at about LGBT people or that there's some strong LGBT acceptance message. That's not it. Their problem is that the option is even there, that we even acknowledge LGBT people exist. How dare we treat LGBT people as anything other than abominations? They feel like it's being forced onto them, forced to accept something that they themselves don't accept. That's what's happening. But my connection is this. If you don't accept the existence of LGBT people, and you don't want to see them in the video games that you play, then don't play the fucking video games that have LGBT people in them. Don't fucking play them. These people, for the same reason that I accept that, there are people who don't see me as a person, right? There are racists in this world. You think I give a fuck what a racist thinks, or whether or not I'm rubbing them the wrong way? Me being a streamer, me seeing a black person in a video game, do you think I give a flying fuck about the sensibilities of a single fucking racist person? And there's a lot of them in the gaming community. Do you think I would hope none of us gives a fuck about them. But are we gonna give them an inch and be like, you know what, maybe you're right. Maybe there shouldn't be black people in video games. Maybe the racists have a point. Maybe black people shouldn't be in video games because it rubs them the wrong way. Maybe we should care about the feelings of racists. Maybe. Fuck that. Fuck that and fuck them. Hell no. Every goddamn racist on this planet can eat shit and die for all I care. I don't care if it upsets them that there's a black person in video games or movies, TV shows, or wherever. I don't give a fuck about their sensibilities. And neither should you. Same with LGBT people. Why should they give an inch to a bunch of bigoted assholes? Why should we, black people, give an inch to racist assholes? Why? Why should any of us give them an inch? They're wrong. Their sensibilities are wrong. They are wrong. They were brought up wrong. They were raised wrong. They should be ashamed of themselves. And I'm not giving those fuckers an inch. I'm not giving them a fucking lick of legitimacy to their bullshit ideologies. I will never let them think for a second that, hey, maybe it's okay to be just a little bit bigoted. No, fuck you. That's what I say to those people. Jariel, thank you. I'm going off on the very notion that we should give, like, if I had to summarize for all the people who just came in here, I'm going off on the very notion that we should give even an inch to bigoted assholes' complaints about black people in video games, or LGBT people in video games, this, that, and the third. Fuck them. I don't want women invading my spaces, then die single alone, you fucking pussy. I don't want black people in my spaces, then fuck off. Jump off a cliff. I don't care. Ain't no black people at the bottom of the sea. Go start swimming, bitch. I don't want LGBT people in my video games. Well, suck a dick. Maybe that'll change your mind a bit. I got nothing for him, Chris. For all y'all, I hope if you're, I ain't got nothing. Not an inch. Miss Stank, I blame Hollywood for lots of things, but not this. I blame Hollywood for its gross abuse of their actors and actresses and such. I blame Hollywood for the greedy practices and inhumane treatment of workers and staff and destroying art. I blame Hollywood for lots of things, but I don't blame them for this. I'm not giving these fucking dipshit. I'm not giving. Chris, I hope you understand. And Chris, I hope you understand I'm not mad at you at all. I'm not trying to chastise you or yell at you or be mad at you. That's not what this is. What do you mean, Frank? Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. And Chris, that's the way to be. More than anything, Chris, if you're not letting the non-binary character in this game ruin the game for you, then that's the right way to be, in my opinion at least. It's not the end of the world. If you're having a good time, who fucking cares? That's all that matters in the end. If we're having a good time, who cares about shit like that? We're just here to have a good time. Rogue Duelist, me too, Nico. Me too, loving it so far. Oh no, Chris, I know it's not your bad. I know that's what people be saying. I just want you to know that those people can fucking choke on a dick and die for all I care. Those people, not you. Those people. Those people who got these complaints, they can all fucking rot for all I care. And by the way, the very explicit, vulgar nature of the insults I've used up to this point, I am very surprised I haven't been suspended yet. Just a side note, everybody. I'm really surprised I haven't been, like, the live didn't just cut out at any point up to this point. For rogues, yeah, you're stuck with dual blades. If you're a warrior, you can have the sword and shield and a big weapon, and then a two-handed weapon. One second, I got a phone call. Let me see what's going on. Spam call, I guess. Pop and lock, right now I'm playing Dragon Age the Veilguard. And now I'm hooked on the Dragon Age series, so I'm going to be playing the Dragon Age series for the foreseeable future until I'm done with all of them. And then I'm going to move on to the Mass Effect series. That seems like a lot of fun waiting for me. And yes, Cynthia, games are meant to be fun. Leaf Fitness Recovery, good afternoon. Games are meant to be fun, and we're all here to have a good time. Well, most of us are here to have a good time. Oh, Mass Effect is going to be y'all going to look forward to that stream. Mass Effect, I already know, especially with all the decisions you get to make. Oh, I know that's just going to take me for a fucking ride. Oh, bow and arrows on my back. I forgot rogues get bows and arrows. And it's pretty cool to use. And depending on what specialization you go for, you get traps and all kinds of cool little knick-knack paddywhacks. I'm playing them all, Pop and Lock. I'm playing them all. Chris. Okay, with the warrior, you get sword and shield, and when you do sword and shield, you can use both the sword and the shield interchangeably. You throw the shield like Captain America. It's fucking awesome. And it bounces on the enemies and fucks them up and comes back to you. Or you get a two-handed weapon, or you can use your two-handed. You have all three, but you can use them interchangeably. I love throwing that shield around. It was really fun. I'm doing rogue right now. 2 swords plus the fucking bow and arrow. Next, I'm doing mage, and I can't wait to see how the mage plays, because I hear the spell blade is fucking awesome. By the way, I appreciate all of you for sticking around for me ranting and yelling and hooting and hollering. I really appreciate that. I should probably clip this rant, this stream's in particular, this rant I made. Because Lord have mercy, I'm actually quite proud of what I've said this stream. UAV inbound, good to see you. And I'm also really happy with y'all for tolerating listening to me fucking rant and rave. UAV inbound, good afternoon. And Chris, I can't say which is better. They're both really fun. But I haven't unlocked all the skills yet for Rogue, so it's still up for debate for me. But I'll have my final say once all's said and done. Once I've really truly fully experienced this class before I can say which is better, Rogue or Warrior. I will say one thing: I like being tankier as a Warrior. Personally, I like being tankier. Right now, I'm fast as fuck, boy, but I'm squishy as shit. And I don't like being squishy in any game. I like being able to eat blows like they fucking breakfast. And thank you, King Solomon. Have fun with that, Nico. And Pop and Lock, Marvel Rivals is all well and good. I'm not playing it. Not because I think it's a bad game. It's just I'm fucking booty cheeks at games like that. Competitive team games like that, I'm the fucking worst. Not doing it. Every team I play on will lose. Good luck, UAV inbound. I love Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter. Oh, if you meant like did I not like Wilds? It's not that I don't love Wilds. It's not that I don't like Wilds. It's that I don't love it. I guess I made myself expect too much of Wilds, so that when I finally played it, I didn't feel anything. I feel nothing. Amber Stanley, good afternoon. I feel nothing about Wilds, and that's not good. And I think it's mostly because I burnt out on Monster Hunter as a whole. But I don't really feel any desire to play Wilds that I felt for World and Rise. I feel nothing, absolutely fucking nothing, and that's my own fault. I shouldn't have hyped it up the way I did. I shouldn't have hyped myself up the way I did. I shouldn't have got so many people invested in me playing it. I shouldn't have done that. If I'd have known that in the end I just wasn't feeling playing it. Like, I genuinely am sorry to those like the Stank, D'Angelo, and so many others who I got into the game and who were expecting to play it with me when I didn't live up to the expectation, you know? I'm not feeling it. Sincerely. Speak of the devil, Bri, good to see you. I can't apologize enough for getting everyone's expectations of me playing Wilds up, only for me to end up just not really wanting to play it. I really am sorry about that. I tried Warframe. Wasn't really feeling it. Fell in love with the first Ascendant, but now I'm kind of tired of playing that. I just want to play by myself for a while. These single-player fantasy RPGs really singing to me right now. But maybe I'll be back into playing Monster Hunter and games like that later. But right now, I'm just not feeling it. It's good to see you, by the way, Bri. I'm sure, King Solomon. I'm sure if I give it more time, I'm sure I'll be more into Warframe. But right now, I'm just not feeling it. Miguel Angulo, good afternoon. Yeah, Veilguard is fucking awesome. That's what I'm sure, Sean. Like, I do feel like maybe I just need to give it time. There'll be way more content by the time I pick up. Sean, I feel like maybe there'll be more content by the time I finally pick up Monster Hunter again, and I won't get enough of it. But that's gonna be a while, so they got time to add what they're gonna add. Miguel Angulo, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy your stay. How you doing today, Miguel? BR Games, what's that? King Solomon. Soulframe, heard some good things about that one. Battle Royale games, yeah, I am so over those. Rock on, Miguel. I'm doing all right, and I don't know if you're playing, but good luck to you. Wait, if you got a high school volleyball game to play at 7, are you in high school, Miguel? Are you under the age of 18? Because if so, what the fuck are you doing on my stream, buddy? My streams are rated for 18 plus only. I shouldn't even appear in your For You page, buddy. I'm just fucking with you. It's no big deal. I'm not gonna lose my shit about it. It's just I do think it's funny. Varsity, rock on, kick ass, my boy. I wonder how many people were listening to my rant earlier, where I was saying all the things about bigotry and racism and shitting on those guys. Kind of curious. Yeah, enough people. Yuki-chan, good afternoon. All right, I'm gonna stop. I do, Yuki. I do. Nobody stops. Nobody's tried to stop me yet, so I don't give a shit. Nah, Yuki, they don't give a shit. Or maybe they don't give a shit because I smoke with a pipe. Maybe that's what it is. Well, I did used to smoke cigarettes on stream, and they didn't care then either. So I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you, Yuki. I don't fucking know. No, a little bit, Brian, a little bit. Thank you for all those of you who stuck with me during my long rant about, fuck bigotry and racism, and that I have no fucking patience for it. Here, there, or otherwheres. Hoodlum, just read what you said. Good afternoon, by the way. Um, that's not how that works, Hoodlum. Just let you know that right now. That is not how that works. Chris, you know I want to hear that song when you drop it, big dog. You know I want to hear that shit. You better be sure to send that to me. I'll play it on stream so we can all hear it. Or you come up in here and sing it yourself. You know I gotta hear that shit. And this is tobacco, by the way, Yuki. Maybe if it was that burning bush, maybe they'd give a shit. But honestly, I've been smoking on stream, on TikTok at least, for over a year now, and they clearly don't give a fuck. Cirrus Amun-Ra, good afternoon. Chris, I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to your song. You be killing your songs, bro. Hey, for those of you who don't know, give my boy Chris here a follow. Man's a goddamn poet. A fucking mystical lyricist. Like, he's fucking great. Follow his ass. Listen to his music. You're gonna love that shit. The man kills it. Good to see you, Cynthia. Oh, I'm glad Cynthia's here. Annabelle, good afternoon. So Zah, good afternoon. To everybody watching, Cynthia is one of my best friends and also basically a sponsor of my streams. She's the owner and creator of Cynthia's Creative Crafts. She makes stuff and sells it. It's really fucking awesome. Buy her shit or at least give her a follow and check her stuff out. I'd recommend her as well. So I repeat, give Chris a follow and give Cynthia a follow. These two are creators of things that a dipshit like me could never measure up to. All I got is my big ass mouth, yet these motherfuckers are goddamn mages. Chris with his words, Cynthia with her hands. I don't mean that sexually, I swear to God. Give them the follows, please. I want y'all to follow them. Check out their stuff. Ball Cancer, good to see you. Got a lot of people rolling up in here. I've just been talking this whole time. I ain't even been playing the damn game. I've just been talking this whole damn time. Oh, boy. Y'all be the ones getting me talking. Y'all know how I am. I have a weakness for it. Y'all get me talking, I can't shut the fuck up. I'm terrible at balancing talking and gaming. Y'all fucking get me talking. I will stop gaming just to fucking talk to y'all. Y'all kill me. Day only. Josh Alejandro, good to see y'all. Good afternoon. Liz and Stella, good afternoon. And Pop and Lock, thank you. I'm glad y'all enjoy me. Good shit, Ball Cancer. Good shit. Yer. Hoodlum, are you still there, buddy? I'm just very curious about the thing you said earlier. I kind of want to talk to you about that. Mike Bielek, good afternoon. I'm glad you're enjoying this game. I love it. I'm glad to see more people playing it. King Solomon, it's hard not to, isn't it? Moon, good afternoon. When motherfuckers get you talking, it's hard to keep gaming. Now you just want to talk. Just put the game down. You can start fucking talking. Well, Mike, I'm glad to encourage so many people to play this game because it deserves people's love and attention and money if you have it. Yeah, it's free right now on PS Plus and Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, but it's definitely worth people's money. That's why I can't play team games, King Solomon. That's why I can't do it. It's so worth it, Mike. It's so worth it. Yes, you should, Sean. Yes. Yes, Sean. Give in to it. Give in to your curiosity, sir. Stank, I'd love to hear what you got to say, my brother. I'll give you a call after stream. Nev, my beloved. Gate of Faded Glories. Oh, man, I'm exhausted just from all that talking. Jesus. That's why I got coffee. If there's anything anybody else wants to talk about, by the way, don't hesitate to bring it up. I can talk about anything, except for sports. I'm really bad. I don't know shit about sports. Please, don't try to get me talking about sports. I don't know fuck all about sports or cars. Goddamn right, Quasi. Good to see you. But yes, if it wasn't clear already, I will always make it clear. If y'all aren't, the moon landing was the stank. I swear to God, I'm gonna take your kneecaps, my dude. I'm gonna fuck you up. Tired father, good to see you. God damn it, Bry. God damn you. Y'all fucking Sweaty Eddie, good to see you. The moon landing was a hoax, and the earth is flat. Where do I even fucking begin with you bastards? The earth is actually a triangle. Wonderful. I hate all of you. I hate all of you so much. With a burning passion. You all make me sick. You three goddamn bastards. I hate you. Anyways, I'm gonna continue playing this motherfucking game. But if anyone has a topic I can actually dig into, that would be great. We made it to the moon. I believe there is more tech than what is currently available to the public. Tired Father, now that I can actually engage in a little bit. Not like that! Fuck! Fuck you, Careless Whisper. That's not how I want to engage with what he just said. Fuck! Anyways, I'll put it to you like this. Tired Father, there is no incentive whatsoever. Mailman, Xenostream Gamer, good to see y'all. I was the third man on the grassy knoll. Fucking hell. Tired Father, I'll put it to you like this. There is no incentive to hide any kind of technology from the public whatsoever. There's no incentive. I think about it like that. There's no incentive to hide anything from us, especially if that technology can make a profit in some way, shape, or form. If there is in any way, like, I want you to understand that most things that research and development is by and large driven by what can make, not just obvious. On the one hand, there's the public good side of it, or what is deemed public good, but the other hand, it's money. And if there is a way to make money, and any technology that could make someone all the money, that technology will be released. For example, this turned out to be a scam, of course, but there was a guy who pitched to a bunch of investors water-powered 18-wheeler trucks, hydroelectric 18-wheeler trucks. He pitched it to a bunch of investors, made lots of money on investments. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Hydroelectric 18-wheeler trucks, that'd be fucking sick. Problem is, didn't exist. He lied and is now in jail for defrauding investors. Do you get where I'm going with this? We haven't done lots of things because it's unfortunately in a lot of ways it's either it's just not possible yet, or the people pitching it are lying and just trying to scam investors, and then they get caught and then they go to jail for defrauding investors. That's what usually happens, Tired Father. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. That's what happens 9 times out of 10. And Anthony Tigwe, are you still there, Anthony? It's free on PS Plus. I highly recommend at least trying it. This game is fucking amazing. 10 out of 10 fantasy RPG experience. Highly recommend it. Possibly, this tank. Possibly. But the guy who pitched hydroelectric 18-wheelers wasn't murdered. He's in jail for defrauding investors, pitching something that didn't exist. That he had nothing. He had nothing. He lied. He lied. Military technology being gatekept is to protect the public from itself, utilizing military gear and tech that could otherwise harm lots of people. And on the other hand, it's also so our adversaries don't get a hold of it. Because, like, take for example Russia, right? Russia, the gear and tech that they have is decades old. They're behind us in every way, shape, and form when it comes to military gear and tech. And they're behind us because they have no access to what we have. They have no access to the resources we have, the blueprints, the fucking logistics, none of it. That's why we get that. Good Lord. That's why we gatekeep military tech specifically, so our adversaries don't get a hold of it. They only put it best, actually. The current tech we have now is thanks to the surge of wartime technology after the Great Wars. Yeah. A lot of our advancements in technology are because of wartime. And in peacetime, unfortunately, there's not really many new technologies, comparatively. Russia is still only has one broken-ass aircraft carrier. And they're still using fucking tanks from World War II. They are not on par with us, this tank. Vincent, I feel you, brother. The internet was a big one day only, yes. It's possible, Vincent. I don't know, Tired Father. I don't actually know what Operation Paperclip was. You'd have to at least give me a summary. See if I remember that. Me neither, Vincent. I ain't scared of Russia at all. Them motherfuckers have been proven to be a paper fucking tiger. Fuckers couldn't even take Ukraine. They're still at war with Ukraine to this day. Their 3-day operation turned into several years with barely any ground gained against a vastly smaller country, utilizing whatever they can get their hands on. It is sad day only. It is. You are right, Vincent McGuire. That's how geopolitics works for the most part. And to Stank, as I was, yeah, they don't want no smoke with the fucking with NATO. You know that, Stank. Daddy D, good afternoon. They could they've been saying they could decimate Ukraine for years. They haven't. If they could have, they would have. If they could have taken over Ukraine in its entirety in a week, like they said they would, it would have been said and done, and that would have been the end of it. But they can't. They don't have the technology. They may have the manpower, but they ain't got the skills, the technology, nor the means to take over and occupy Ukraine. If they did, they would have done so by now. They have threatened nuclear war for the longest time, for sure. But if they really wanted to throw a nuke out, well, then it wouldn't end well for them. That's why they haven't. That's why, again, I'm sure y'all have heard of the mutually assured destruction. We all know what mutually assured destruction is. This is why no one uses nukes. Mutually assured destruction. That's why nobody uses nukes. Despite everyone having nukes, that's why we fucking no one uses them. Mutually assured destruction. Now that is true, Vincent. We wouldn't, at least this current administration would not help South Korea at all. Oh, I firmly believe that the very invention of nuclear arms was, in my opinion, and again, this is my opinion, we created our own means of going extinct. Straight up. Nina, good to see you. We straight up created our own means of killing ourselves, and nuclear weapons was a goddamn mistake. Daddy D, how you doing today, by the way? Vincent McGuire, unfortunately, the U.S., as I would describe America, we're fair weather friends. Our geopolitics is sclerotic and all over the place because it depends on who's in charge at the time. 1 second we're friends, the next we're your enemies. If I was any country outside of the U.S., I wouldn't trust a goddamn agreement the U.S. made, personally. And that's not because I hate the U.S. or anything. It's because I understand how our geopolitics works. We switch up on people all the fucking time. Every 4 years. Every 4 to 8 years, we switch up on our allies and enemies. It's fucking insane. I wouldn't trust us either. If only, Vincent McGuire, if only. I'm doing great, Daddy D. Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the president either. I actually don't envy anybody who actually has aspirations for politics because it's the most stressful thing to do. And just, I'm sorry, but you have to be at least a little bit crazy to think you can handle that responsibility. You got to be just a little bit unhinged because that level of responsibility is too much. The president being a mayor sucks. I can't imagine how much worse it is being the president. You do have to be at least a little bit narcissistic, Daddy D. And I'm narcissistic as fuck. I am vain as shit. And even I wouldn't want to deal with being a president. Fuck that shit. I'm vain as fuck. And I have no goddamn way would I want that much attention on me. Amen to that, Vincent McGuire and Trev. Good to see you. Yeah, amen to that. We don't need a diploma to join the military anymore. Sign me up, baby. Right on, Nina. Glad you're doing okay. Which Mass Effect are you on? Yeah. World is a fuck, y'all. No doubt about it. That kind of fuck! God damn it! God, I hate you, Careless. Why did I pick Careless Whisper? That's not how I meant it. I just look. I just hope y'all. Let's. Right now we're talking big picture geopolitics shit. So let's bring it back a little bit. Let's talk. Let's bring it down a little bit. I want y'all to know one thing. If y'all did not figure this out already, if it wasn't apparent already, I know most people imagine, some woke lefty fucking pinko Tommy bleeding heart liberal ass motherfucker look like some fucking blue haired man bun rocking gauged ear ass fucking Starbucks barista. But no, I'm all those things wrapped into a very large black man, and I just try to be reasonable, you know, even if, regardless of whatever I believe, disagree with, like, dislike, whatever. I'm open to listening, reasoning, talking, debating, whatever. But I'm glad to know that I haven't deterred anybody despite my politics being as blatant as they are. I'm glad to have all of y'all here. Even if you don't agree with some of the things I've said, I'm really glad to have y'all here. I welcome all but bigots and racists. I welcome all. I'll engage. I'll even engage in conspiracy theories. But I don't. But y'all, it should be very clear. Vincent, you had to go back to work. You missed what I was saying earlier. But if it ain't clear already, my line is racism and bigotry. I don't fuck with that shit. I don't entertain it. I give no inch, no mile, no quarter. That's where I draw the line, Vincent. Everything else, yeah, I'm willing to debate about it. But those are my lines. Robert, good to see you, buddy. Oh yeah, I love learning from people. I love learning about life. I don't pretend to know everything, but I'm vain enough. I'm vain enough to be confident in my own in what I believe in. I am conceited enough to believe that I am right and that I have every right to share my opinion with the world because I'm confident in that opinion. It does require a certain level of vanity to be able to speak your beliefs confidently. You have to believe in yourself above all else. You have to. If you don't believe in yourself, then, well, you're susceptible to other people with stronger, not stronger personalities, but with stronger arguments than yours. You have to believe in yourself. All right, what's the question, big dog? Damn it. Goddamn right, Robert. I believe. In One Piece terms, that's the best way to put it. If their hockey is stronger than yours, if your will is weaker than theirs, you will be consumed by somebody else easily. Vincent, I think you got filtered because all I see is itself, like gang violence, etc. I think you got filtered, dog. Repeat the question, but word it differently. Toasty, good to see you, buddy. Oh, my opinion on the black community. Well, as the CEO of Black People, my opinion is law. So whenever I speak on black issues, know that I represent every black person in existence, regardless of how they feel about it. Uh, I, Before I continue, I really need you to know that, Vincent. I am the CEO of Black People, nominated by Beyonce herself. All right? My word is law. So hear me out. I'm kidding, by the way. That was all a joke. That was a bit. Anyways, um, I have no real hell no. I have with regards to the black community, don't have too much to say. Context being that, hey, I grew up in the hood, well, for the most part, until my mom moved us up to the very white suburbs to get away from all, to get away from all that bullshit. The, just we were in actual danger. She didn't like that very much. She didn't want one of us to get killed fighting somebody or some shit. So my connection to the black community is very, other than me being black, pretty much non-existent. I'm gonna be real with you. I have black friends and know black people, but as a community, I have no real connection because I've been living around white people and then now increasingly diverse people pretty much my entire adult life. So, like an exclusively black community, I can't speak on as an authority because I haven't been in like a largely to exclusively black community since I was a kid. So I'm more of an outside. I'm just as much of an outsider looking in as any other white person, if I'm being honest with you. I may be black, but I don't speak for all black people here. I don't know what all black people are doing. I have no fucking idea. I don't know. No, Vincent, please don't apologize. You're good, buddy. You're good. You are not offending me. You have not offended anybody. You're good. You did ask the question respectfully. All is well. I was just giving you some context for what I'm actually about to say, like my actual opinion. I just wanted to give you the context first. I am disconnected from the black community in a lot of so much so that it's very hard for me to speak on black issues and black community because other than being black, most black people ain't want fuck all to do with me anyways. Like further context, let me tell y'all a funny story. Oh, Tired Father, you get it. Let me tell y'all a funny story. Short story before I give my actual opinion on black people. When I was in boot camp, um, it was diverse, but there was more white people than black people. And the black people all liked each other, except for me. So one day, the drill instructors the drill instructors had noticed that all the black people liked each other, excluding me, and they brought them all together, brought them in front of the whole fucking squad, and then I happened to be gone at the time, but when I came back in, they were all together doing a little thing. The drill instructor asking questions and shit. And then the drill instructor saw me walk in and asked them a very funny question. Is Baker, that's my last name, is Baker a part of y'all squad? They all looked at me and said, hell no. And everyone laughed. Except for me, of course. I didn't really know what I was supposed to find funny. But I digress. What do? I am as every black person I've ever met has described me. They only. I'm the whitest black person you know. As every black and white person has described me my entire fucking life. I'm a white black person. So that's done well for my identity, for my sense of self and identity for years. Now, I definitely didn't internalize that and not understand what it meant to be black or white or this, that, and the third. Totally didn't fuck me up a little bit. Being told I was white for not sagging my pants and speaking the way that I'm speaking. Totally didn't fuck me up. But I'm good now. I finally understand how wrong everyone has been to call me that. And Vincent McGuire, Q&As, my streams are always Q&As. Anybody can ask me whatever they want, anytime they want to. Yeah, they only. I realize now that it doesn't make me white to not be a criminal. It doesn't make me white to speak proper English. It doesn't make me white to dress like I got some goddamn sense. I'm just as black as anybody else. And that's all there is to it. You grew up brown, not black, so yeah, you get it. No, I'm a black man. I always have been. I always will be. And can't nobody take that from me. But as I said before, I cannot speak for other black people. I can't. Oh, Distinct, I bet you have. I bet you have. You're an articulate black man yourself. I guarantee you got the same shit I got. Tristan, yeah. I've been hearing that shit my whole life, dog. There have always been people who romanticize crime. Vincent, they're not going anywhere. People have always thought like that. I don't get it. But that ain't me. But that's beside the point. You asked me, what do I think about, the black community and gang violence and such? I'll put it to you like this. I want you to think about gang violence in white communities in the same way. Or just any community for that matter. Poverty breeds crime, crime breeds poverty, it's a cycle of violence that never ends. Bones, good to see you. Cities in big cities, there's always going to be more crime than there are going to be in rural areas. That's just life, dog. It blew my mind too, Distinct. Yeah, exactly what Tristan said. People are always going to be stupid and crazy. And it's going to be more concentrated in cities, of course. And it's regardless of race. That's just how it goes. That's how it's always been. There is crime in the country. I live in the country. There's crime in rural areas. It's just not nearly to the same extent, volume, and concentrated nature as it is in cities. That's just how it goes, dog. Ooh, excuse me. What's up, Vincent? Me too, Day Only. But at the same time, Day Only, just as we are a community because we all fall under the same, our respective demographics, we're not a community in that we're not accountable to each other. I am no more accountable than a black person in New York than they are of me. I'm not accountable. I don't have to apologize for the actions of black people elsewhere, no more than anyone else does. I don't give a shit what they do, any more than they give a shit what I do. We need to get rid of the notion that the actions of people who happen to fall in our same demographic reflect on us. It doesn't. If you think I'm going to apologize for every dipshit Marine and military veteran, you've lost your fucking mind. I know there's a lot of dumbass Marines and a lot of dumbass military veterans. I know this well. Do I feel like I owe the world an apology for their actions? Fuck no. No more than I feel that with regards to being black, American, or otherwise. I don't give a fuck. We are individuals first and foremost. First and foremost. Vincent, you probably should. Yeah. We are not a monolith. That's what they only just said. We are not a fucking monolith. No one is. We are not a hive mind. That's what makes us human. We're not hive minds. So the sooner we learn to accept that we're not accountable for the actions of other people who happen to look like us, the better off we all will be. We are not accountable for that shit. Tristan, I love you, buddy, but I'll have to stop you there. I've never been a fan of the notion that people are sheeple. That people are, mindless drones that don't think. People can be stupid, ignorant, and proudly so. I've seen it. But it's not because they're sheep. It's just people are self-centered, generally speaking, and have unfortunately very high opinions of themselves. They're stubborn. A lot of people. Can't say how many. The media definitely doesn't help. A lot of people seem to think they got it all figured out when they don't. and that you know, that's what makes them susceptible to getting played by actual wolves in sheep's clothing. Kristen, if you get what I mean. The notion that you got it all. When you start to think you can't be played, you're too good. You're too smart to be played. You're too clever. I've got it all figured out. I got this life shit on lock. You become the easiest mark on the planet. Where do you think the term confidence man came from? It's not because the man themselves or the con man themselves are confident, which they are. It's because they feed into your confidence, your self-assuredness. They don't just prey on the weak-willed and desperate. Their main targets are people who are certain, or people who are certain that they are not targets. People who think, you can't fool me. Drive safe, Vincent. No. It's the people who think they can't be fooled who get played like fucking suckers. That you're right about, Tristan. People get sucked into bandwagons all the fucking time. Not everybody, but I would say most people do. Yeah. They get sucked and they'll repeat the thing that they heard without any fucking evidence to back it up. Because they're confident that, well, I can't be wrong. This person I was talking to wouldn't steer me wrong. And that's how they get played and buy into bullshit. They don't ever stop and think, I might be wrong about this. No. It's because it's easier to just believe whatever bullshit, something that confirms your priors. You know what I mean? That too. But worse than that, Marissa, is there's a saying, it goes like this. By the time the truth gets its pants on, well, a lie has already spread. You get what I'm saying? By the time the truth finally catches up with all the lies, it's too late. The damage is already done. Here's a good example, Tristan. Here's a really good example. I'm sure maybe all of us, some of us, have heard about the outright lies that Haitian immigrants were eating people's pets. And again, I really want to stress this. These were lies. Outright lies. They had no evidence, and when the fact that there was no evidence was revealed, this was no longer just, oh, I got it wrong. It's just flat out fucking lies. Now we're just lying. Because the person who spread the lie even came out and admitted, like the person who originally made the claim that Haitians were eating people's pets. The person who originally made the claim came out and apologized, saying they didn't expect the rumor that they heard to grow into what it did. By the time the truth came out, the damage to the community was done and couldn't be undone. Exactly. I hate you, Careless Whisperer, so much. Anyways, that's what I mean by people buy. But the reason why people bought into that lie in particular was because of their own priors. Like they're susceptible to believing that these particular people would eat people's pets. Like they just didn't think that, is there any real truth to that? No, they just bought into it and ran with it and kept spreading it. And by the time the truth finally caught up, the damage was done. The media sensationalized it. Everyone ran with it. By the time the truth finally fucking caught up, it was too late. People buy into bullshit because it confirms, hell yeah, Metallic Crab, good to see you. People buy into, Kristen, people buy into bullshit, sensationalized bullshit, not just because the media sensationalizes shit, but because a lot of people don't. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Where do I turn that shit off?
LMAO.
Fuck! I'm not trying to raise anyone up, tired father. Fuck, I'm turning this off. Goodbye. It's off. It's over. It's done. We will no longer hear fucking Careless Whisper every fucking 1,000 likes. It's over. It's done. I can't take it anymore. All right? We're done. No more Careless Whisper. Fuck. Ah! Exactly, metallic crap. Exactly. Oh my god. Yes. But as I was fucking saying, people don't question their own beliefs. If I had to summarize the reason why people buy into bullshit and will repeat bullshit that they've heard, unverified, evidence-free bullshit that they've heard, is because a lot of people don't question their own beliefs. They don't. A lot of people, hey, Miser Cord, a lot of people will hear a thing and then just, if it already confirms something that they kind of sort of believed, at least a little bit, they won't question it, especially if it comes from someone whom they, for the most part, trust. And like the Stank said, there will be no apologies or redactions once the truth comes out, because people don't like to apologize or admit that they were wrong. So it doesn't, that makes it worse. Confirmation bias, in short. You confirm my biases, and then I'm more likely to believe anything you say, for that matter. I don't like spiders. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm afraid of spiders. So if you told me spiders eat babies, once upon a time, I might have believed you. Wholeheartedly would have believed you without ever looking it up, because I was likely too scared to ever verify whether or not spiders eat babies. But now I'm like, if you tell me, yeah, spiders eat human babies, I'd look at you like you were crazy. Do y'all get where I'm going with this? Simulated reality. They don't eat human babies. They don't eat them. That was where I was going with it. That was kind of the joke there. I got my little sister to believe that cats have bees in their stomachs. That's wild. That's fucking wild, Arissa. You are evil. Simulated reality, you ain't see shit. You crazy. That's what happened. True to Stank, for by and large. But I think a lot of people, I think the Stank on that notion of the media's credibility or not. And Tristan, I'll get back to the thing you said before about the Bible. I'll get back to you in a second. With regards to the media's credibility and such, I really, if you don't want to trust mainstream media, fine. But I really encourage you and everyone else here to have just as much scrutiny that you have for mainstream media outlets I want you to have that same amount of scrutiny for independent media outlets. Because independent media outlets are even worse. Many of them lie and spread misinformation with impunity because they're not held to the same legal and ethical standards as mainstream media outlets. They get away with way worse shit. So I encourage you, if there are alternate outlets you go to, say you don't trust CNN, mainstream for your blood. I understand. But don't go looking at fucking InfoWars and being like, you know what? Maybe Sandy Hook was a hoax. You know what I'm saying? I encourage you all to have the same level of scrutiny across the board. Across the board. Never trust just one source. Follow up. Do your research. Cross-reference. Do what you gotta fucking do. I just want y'all to have a healthy skepticism, do your research, and apply your principles and standards equally across the board. Period. That is how you protect yourselves from falling for some bullshit. Because I promise you, a lot of people have bullshit to sell you. In Wikipedia we trust. Amen, Bri. Hallelujah. A lot of people don't trust Wikipedia, but you should, because Wikipedia always has more than one source. They follow academic standards of you can't just have one source. You have to have multiple that you can cross-reference and confirm the thing that's posted there. They don't fuck around with that. Wikipedia is actually incredibly reliable, and I will die on that fucking hill. But I digress. Kristen, are you still there? Because I want to address the thing you said before. Google AI. Fuck Google's AI. I hate Google. That's all I got. That's what I use, but fuck Google. Brian, what's the topic? It depends on what if Kristen's still here. If he's not here, I'm not going to address the thing he said before. Ugh. Boots, bands, and RPGs. Good afternoon. The reason why people hate it is because there's a non-binary character in the game. That's it. That's literally fucking it. I'm not exaggerating. That's it. It is a... I'm sorry for yelling, by the way. I couldn't help myself. It just pisses me off every time I think about it. Yeah, it's goofy as fuck, ain't it, buddy? How you doing today, by the way? I can be, Bri. You know me, brother. I can be. Coffee's hitting good, Marissa. It's hitting real good. Same here, Boots. I'm not even I'm the wokest person you ever gonna meet. I don't give a fuck about pronouns, and that's still having a good time. I pull a barf all the time, brother. I've misgendered people and friends and the like on accident all the time. I'll drop down and give 10 push-ups. Ain't the end of the fucking world. Yeah, you have a good day too, Boot. Have a great day. Bri, you out your damn mind. I got carpal tunnel. I can't do that no more. This thing, I think you're getting filtered, buddy. I don't understand because you're speaking in pieces here. I think you're getting filtered, my dude. No one really. If you're talking about the misgendering somebody, I've misgendered people, including friends, on accident, of course, never on purpose. They never get mad about it. It's just like, no big deal. I personally never met or heard of a trans person that's ever, especially non-binary person, who's ever lost their shit at somebody misgendering them. I've personally never seen that. Maybe it exists. I'm sure it does. People get mad about all kinds of shit, so I wouldn't put it past somebody. But I've never seen that. But that's not what we're talking about, is it? You said, I would say, I'm going to hit everything in the game. Hit everything in the game? What the fuck are you going to hit in the game? What are you talking about? Who are you going to hit, buddy? Gabri, good to see you. Colin, same to you. Oh, I've been ranting for 2.5 hours mostly. For most of these past 2.5 hours. I've been talking. You gotta hit them. You can't do that. Marissa, welcome back. Yeah, I'm incredibly liberal. My opinion on that issue is that is between the parents, the children, and their doctors. That is between them. Hey, Alex, the parents ain't making that decision lightly. Ain't nobody doing that shit for fun. Being trans is a fucking nightmare. I personally would not wish on anybody because it just does not seem like a fun experience for anybody. Even if you start at a young age, it just doesn't seem like a fun experience. I would encourage. But ultimately, that decision is between the parents, the child, and their doctors. And it's not something that a decision that is made lightly. Doctors can't just give out hormones like candy, contrary to popular belief. You have to jump through 1,000 fucking hoops and then win Russian roulette to get hormone therapy, especially for children. It is not what people think it is. It is not some easy, quick little process that anybody and anyone can do. Fuck! Grown adult women can't even get hysterectomies without the consent of their non-existent fucking husbands. I don't know if y'all knew that fact. You're gonna be suffering, like, unless you got ovarian cancer and it's killing you, you can't just get a hysterectomy until you're a certain age, I think. I think that's how it goes. So if you think for a second that children are just being transed against their will and doctors are just like, hell yeah, fucking inject them fucking children, them kids, I promise you, I have a bridge to sell you. And I want in on it, baby. Oh, exactly. What Marissa just said. That's another one. Men we can't get testosterone, even if we have a deficiency of that shit. Instinct, good to see you. And next, you ain't missed none. I'm just ranting like always. Yeah, Vincent, that's my take. You asked me how do I feel about someday, Brian. We really should. You asked me my take, Vincent McGuire, on, like, can kids be trans? I'm gonna go with yes. I lean heavily towards yes, but I stay out of that because, again, that's not really my wheelhouse. That's between, like I said, the parents, the child, and the many doctors who have to approve that shit. So I'm like, I know a lot of parents can be crazy and stupid. I know kids themselves can be confused and make mistakes. And I know doctors can get it wrong too. I know all of this shit. But what I also know is that no one does this shit for nothing. No one. No one does this shit for funsies. All right? Like I said, being trans is not easy. In fact, it's an awful experience all around for all parties involved. I wouldn't recommend it. You know what I mean? That's a good point, Tired Father. Next, I'd love to talk to you. Anyone's welcome to talk to me. The floor is always open. It's just y'all do have to accept one little detail. I am not always as eager to talk to people as you might think. Like, I love talking to people like this, but having people in a voice call with me I don't have the energy for it as much as I thought I did. So that's why I do it in spades. You know what I mean? Now it's in spades when I really fucking feel like it. I cannot be consistent with that because my mood swings with the fucking wind and my anxiety shoots like crazy. Depending on how many people I'm talking to. If it's one person, 1 to 2, I can handle that. But the more, oh God, it gets out of hand. It's not so bad, Vincent. It just depends on who you're talking to. Hey, Slick, you walked into a Dorico ranting. News at 11. Water is wet. I'm just fucking with you. How you doing today, Ace? I'm glad to open your perspective up, Vincent. That's what I like to do. If I can change people's minds for the better, that's what I'm here for. Right on, Mazacord. Like I said, I'm a bleeding heart fucking lefty liberal type. Like, you can call me pinko, commie, fucking Marxist liberal bitch. I don't know. Call me all this shit. I don't care. All I know is I know what I believe in. I know what I support and I know what I'm against. And I also know that I don't know everything. So I'm willing to draw. There are lines I draw. Like I said, racism and bigotry, I don't fuck with. Someone comes at me on some racist and bigoted shit or saying something just incredibly stupid, I will put you on blast, and that'll be the end of that. But I'm willing to talk about everything else. Everything else up for debate, if you ask me. For the most part. It depends. Oh, Bri. Exactly, next. That's how it is. That's how it's always been, and that's how it's always gonna be. It's parents, kids, and the doctor. That's it. That's between them. I don't really give a shit personally. Because I get what you're saying, Bri. You said I signed with gender reassignment surgeries for children. At what age and at what age does it become a gray line? I don't know. That's the thing, Bri. I'm not an expert on the subject of children transitioning and whatnot. I'm not. I'm not going to pretend to be, and I'm not going to talk as and advocate for it as if I know absolutely every detail. All I do know for sure, though, is this: is that that parents are not jumping at the opportunity to transition their children. That I know. I would be scared if my child started talking to me about being trans. Personally, you know what I mean? Like that would scare me. That doesn't because I know my kid is in for a world of hell and getting discriminated against and hated and treated as a freak. I'd be fucking scared. I know they're not making that decision lightly. I know they're not. And exactly, Vincent, the worst thing I could do is tell my kid they're not what they are, and they fucking kill themselves because they live in the closet so long, they hate themselves and they eventually kill themselves. Fuck that. So I wouldn't know what it's scary. I feel for the parents who ultimately have to make that decision for their kids to help them transition and all that because this is a scary world for trans people. And it always has been. I know it's not an easy decision to make. That's why even if you don't support it as a concept, you do have to. I need you all to at least understand that the decision is not being made lightly. It's not. It is not a decision that is being made with gusto. That doctors are just giving away hormone therapy and all that crazy shit. It is not just happening like that. It is a heavy fucking decision, a life-altering decision in a world that's hostile to your very fucking existence. It is not an easy decision to make. So I'm choosing personally to believe that these parents, their child, and the doctors are doing their best to give the child, male to female, female to male, what they need to live their best life in a world that's hostile to them. I am choosing to believe that. And all evidence supports that belief, but again, I'm open to being proven wrong. But that is my belief. Shit, yeah, having kids is scary itself, Marissa. Just having kids. And going back to what Next said, I enjoy debating with intelligence instead of emotions. Hey, Next, I want you to understand, emotions are fine. Emotions are perfectly fine to express. I am passionate about the things that I feel. My emotions are a factor in the topics I discussed. But I try to discuss these things with facts, not just my feelings. I know how I feel, and I'm going to be open about it. But I do make sure to have facts on my side. But don't ever feel ashamed of being passionate or having feelings about whatever particular topic you're talking about. You know what I mean? Well, because Brian, to answer your question, I think the reason is because it's become more accepted now than it used to be. That's literally all that's changed. It's just that not only has our medical advancements to making transitioning easier, healthier, safer than it used to be, better, overall better, we as a society have come to accept trans people the way that we didn't 50 years ago. That's all that's changed. Those two things are medical advancements and cultural understanding of transitioning. Thank you, A Slick. Exactly, Vincent. You're right. Good to see you, Zario. But yeah, it's not some conspiracy as to why there's more trans people now than there was 50 years ago. Any more than like when people ask me this question, right? People like say, "Why? It must be some kind of conspiracy, right?" Clearly, we didn't have trans people before. We didn't have LGBT people before. Why do we have them now? Did y'all know that left-handed people used to be punished for being left-handed? Did y'all know that? That being left-handed was seen as a kind, almost like a curse, and people were kind of like forced to be right-handed even though they were left-handed. Did y'all know that? Some religions straight up thought being left-handed was a curse. And culturally, we treated people being left-handed as an anomaly and forced them to be right-handed, despite them being naturally left-handed. You know what I'm saying? But when that changed, now some people, yes, Sierra, a lot of people believe being left-handed was a sign of the devil. No exaggeration. It was the devil's hand. I know it's my devil's hand if you catch my meaning. I'm kidding. I'm not, but I'm also kidding. Don't repeat what I just said. Anyways, yes, yes. What I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make here is this. The point I'm trying to make here is this: is that understanding of being left-handed, and when we adapted to that change and stopped treating people being left-handed like they are monsters, guess what happened? More people didn't become left-handed, but more people started openly being left-handed. It's not that there were never any left-handed people in the world. It's that we punished people for being left-handed to the point that, and not just punished them for being left-handed, we forced them to be right-handed. We forced that on them. And when we stopped forcing it on people, when we stopped forcing people to be right-handed and accepted that some people are left-handed and adapted to left-handed people, like we have guns now that are for left-handed people, we have pencils and all kinds of shit designed, desks and pencils and all kinds of shit designed for left-handed people. When we started accepting and accommodating left-handed people, guess what happened? There's more left-handed people in the world now. The same logic applies with LGBT people. When we stopped forcing people to be something that they weren't and started accepting and accommodating people for who they are, guess what the result was? More of those people appearing. That's how it works. It's not some conspiracy. That's how this shit works. That too, Vincent McGuire. Why were there less divorces 50 years ago than there are now? Because we punished divorce and scared people out of divorce. And also financial fucking reasons for not getting divorced. We made it so much harder to get divorced then than it is now. Culturally, legally, financially, we made it a fucking nightmare back in the day. Now, you can get divorced with little to no consequence. So guess what? There's more divorces. That's how it works. That's awesome, Isaac, by the way. Oh, to all my left-handed and ambidextrous people up in here, y'all cool. I envy the ambidextrous. Ugh. Yeah. Not everything's a conspiracy, everybody. Some things are just a natural occurrence. Now, that said, there are lines, right? There are lines. We as a society will always think sexual acts against children is bad. And as a society, I would fucking hope most of us do. So, as a result, we will continue to punish people for trying to commit sexual acts with children. And we should. I want to be clear about that. Is just as we stop punishing people for their existence of being trans, LGBT, left-handed, we should continue punishing people for doing bad things that are actually harming people, like pedophilia, committing crimes in general. Shit like that. It works both ways. We have to, like I told you, I'm a big old lefty, bleeding heart lefty liberal type. I'm all about love and acceptance. But even I have lines, goddammit. I think we all do. You get what I'm saying? Chaotic Nebby, good to see you. Yeah, that'll do it, Tired Father. That'll definitely do it. Camille, good evening. But yeah, it works both ways. Everything's okay, Nebby. I'm just doing my ranting thing. You missed out on most of it, but I'm doing the thing I do best. Rant. I'm Dorico Rants for a reason, goddammit. Ah. I'm never gonna. I love it. I never get tired of talking to y'all. Y'all make this fun for me. Shit, I've been talking for almost 3 hours. Jesus. Thoughts on the new Assassin's Creed? I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since fucking Brotherhood, but it looks really fun, so I look forward to playing it when if I ever get the money to play it. Because I've never thought poorly of Assassin's Creed. I just wasn't so in love with it that I keep up with the series. You know what I'm saying? I will, Distinct. I remember after the stream's over, I'm gonna talk to you. And Ace Flick, yes, almost 3 hours of straight talking, no exaggeration. I can see the timer, 2 hours and 50 minutes, almost 3 hours, almost me entirely talking the entire fucking time. I love it. Ah! You probably could, Vincent McGuire. You probably could. I believe in you. It's been a damn good stream, Distinct. Ace Slick, I'm not kidding. And y'all have stuck with me during my rants almost the entire time. Many of y'all have stuck with me. Some people came in, listened, and then left, but most of y'all have came in and stuck with me. And I appreciate y'all for sticking with, for actually wanting to listen to my bullshit. I'm genuinely surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if most of y'all had tuned out and just like, this guy's just fucking yapping. I'm out of here. But no, most of y'all have stuck with me, and I really appreciate y'all. And vice, like, if y'all like my rants, I need y'all to know that I appreciate y'all just as much. What's the question, Tired Father? Sierra, I played Assassin's Creed 2 like 9 times when I was pregnant, and I had the biggest obsession. Yeah, I can see why. Assassin's Creed is pretty awesome. Mazakord, hey, Rico, I refused that job offer and got a big raise in my job. Hell yeah! You leveraged the new job to get a raise at your current one. That's what I'm talking about, my brother. Play your cards right and get your fucking money. That's what I'm talking about.
I hate talking, but I enjoy listening to anything, honestly, lol.
Right on, Zero. Thank you, Vincent McGuire. Toasty King, Bob John, love you guys. Thank you so much. Damn right, Marissa. I am feeling better, Billy Bob, way better. That's why I'm talking. I've been talking for 3 hours because I feel great. Mazakora, keep doing what you're doing, my brother. Hell yeah, Chaotic Nebby. I don't understand quantum mumbo jumbo. He did. My brain is fried. I don't understand that shit at all. Sorry, I got a text from a friend. 1 second. Ah, fucking text, Jesus. That's why I turn my phone off during streams now, so I don't do this. Take care, A Slick. Take care, Vincent. Titanite demons and Dark Souls 1. Fuck the Titanite demons. Fuck them. Ah! I fucking hate the Titanite demons. Too many, Bri. Too many. Oh, Monkey, good to see you. Oh, there's my mom, too. Hold on. I have an appointment Monday for her. Hopefully the meds like. Oh, here's the hoping. Hope my mom gets her meds. But yeah, Bri, I have enough. I have enough. Exactly the amount I need. Ugh. What was I about to say? Fred, I've been playing all day, honestly. I stopped to get some work done, my actual job done, and cleaned up a little bit. And now I got homework to do tonight, so I can't stick around as long as I'd like to. Valkyrie and Rose, good to see you. Soon, Bri, soon. I gotta stop playing this long enough for that to happen, though. And only Fred, how you doing today? All right, that's enough text. Oh, 3 hours of talking. Let me smoke for a minute. That's what coffee does to me. Yeah, bro, we got some dubs to get, my brother. That's fucking wild, bro. I love that. I love that for you. Get them dubs. Them dubs. Wonder if I still got the skills to pay the bills. Man, I've been ranting. We've been talking about different serious subjects. I forgot to ask, how have y'all been? How's everyone doing? How's our day? What we got going on for the night? Rock on, Toasty. Ooh, kick ass. Do it for me, Toasty. We'll get them dubs for me. Do it in my honor.
Still nothing really planned. Visit my mom's to feed the cats, I guess. I just made lunch though.
All right, that's good. Thank you, tired father. How are you tonight? Like, what are you? Because again, I've been ranting for 3 hours and I haven't asked anybody else how they're doing. It's just been me ranting and us talking about things for 3 fucking hours. So how are y'all doing? I really hope y'all doing all right. Oh wow. Well, good shit, Toasty. Good luck. Hell yeah, Bry. Eat up. Eat for me. I would eat. I'd tear up some wings right now. Oh, phone's dying. That's not good. Probably had this bitch on the charger. Later, Bob John. Rest up. Oh, I love my audience. You people are awesome. Yeah, the hitboxes of the fucking Titanite demons are fucking absurd. Like genuinely fucking absurd. Malcolm, good to see you again. Shadows of Minratos. Okay, okay, so can't do that yet. Can't do that yet. All right, that's the one I'm gonna do. Going to Treviso.
Like Antam blood. I'll keep the goods flowing.
Okay, so I gotta get these bozos to rank 4 before I leave them to die. Oh, wish me luck on that one. Not yet, Storm P. I've been talking for 3 hours. I haven't actually been gaming. Oh, I know, Marissa, but also know it's harder to get them up, get them ranked up after they, after you not betray them, but leave them to die. So I'm gonna try to get them as close to I can get them to rank 4 as possible. If I can get them at all. Missed me. Good afternoon. If I can get them to rank 4, I'm getting them to rank 4 before the big showdown. I hope I can get him to rank 4 so I can get the Antivan Parade helm. That would be nice.
Come back soon.
Occupied. The insult
Elden
of
Ring,
it.
Toasty King.
It's
Elden
more than
Ring.
insulting.
It's salt in the wound. And that is my purpose.
Melina Smith, good afternoon. Or evening now. It's Elden Ring, Toasty King. Of all the games I've played in my life, Elden Ring is my absolute favorite. The first game I
I
ever
could have
played.
daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt. But more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
Forgive Taya. She gets testy when a contract is delayed.
Neither of you strike me as a bloodthirsty sort.
Our shared enemies deserve our worst.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antam commander, Keith Lord Butcher Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The Butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. Despite it being the outcome, assassination is not about killing, it's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
The Crows
Hell
rule
yeah,
Antiva, and Treviso
tell your brother
will
he's
be
got
free.
good taste. Tell your brother he's got
Helping the
damn good
crows
taste.
helps everyone in the long run. What's the first step to your message?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the Butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our crow and help with his contract.
Find your crow, then what?
We break this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free. I've noted the location of Dareth and his cousin, Jacobus, in the Drown district. They're always together. Jacobus will be eager to help. Perhaps too eager for one so young.
Can you blame him? We've all lost too much to this occupation.
He ditched you to play Elden Ring. Cynthia, good to see you. Says, amen to that, Miser Cord. Elden Ring is just that good of a game. It's just that fun of an experience. It's hard not to have it as your favorite. Ooh, look at me. Look at me. Super Mario World is a fantastic fucking game. Maybe I should have became a crow. That's still goofy as fuck. Why is it always gotta be blue hues with these guys? Why can't I have black pants? Hey, Twilight, good to see you, girl. Look at me. Twilight, you missed all my 3 hours of ranting. You missed it. Oh, so much ranting. You got too good, Misercord. You got too good. And how are you today?
Need and knowledge.
Twilight. Took your kids out to the park. Let's go eat. Hell yeah, sounds like a good day. Sounds like a damn good day. Ooh, what you send me? Rico Baker speaking. Nope, never mind. Alright, Twilight, let me see what you sent me. God damn it, Twilight. Good lord. Jen, LJ, good afternoon. Twilight, good lord. Ooh, what a day. You're good peoples, Twilight. You're good peoples.
You've been quiet?
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I? I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Do you think this voice has answers about your magic?
She must. What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her. She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Meaning?
The children of the stone. Dwarves. Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the deep roads.
UAV
Maybe there are
inbound.
other
See
people
you.
down
Twilight,
there
what
with
you got going on
magic.
for the rest of the night?
I'd like for you to get the answers you're looking for.
Me too. I know some people in Orzammar. I'll reach out. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Rolling down in the deep. Oh shit, good luck with that, buddy.
A sharp eye, a quick mind, and luck. That's most of the job.
So, do you think I could become one? An investigator?
It takes a certain amount of focus, too.
Oh, okay, well, maybe not then. I still can't believe it. I'm talking to the Nev Gallus.
And that's sweet, but I don't need the flattery.
Right, just a person I'll try to remember.
Rook, here to join us?
I'm glad to see you making friends, Bellara.
Oh, definitely. Nev's, well, Nev, she's been just so kind.
It turns out Bellara knows my work. Or at least the parts that make the papers.
It all sounds so exciting. The things you've done, the people you've helped.
Those are the ones that go well. You don't hear about the rest. Everyone wants a scandal.
Armor and Wiles
or
is
a happy
gorgeous.
ending.
Or both, like the time you told the Marquis to—
Hold on. I don't think Rook's interested in that story.
You don't need to tell me if you're not comfortable.
It's less that, and more that the story needs the right atmosphere. After dark over bad coffee, or expensive wine. Take your pick.
Speaking of, what's the situation with cooking exactly? Are we on a rotation or what? I can help out. I'm a pretty good cook with some things.
Armor and Wiles is
most
fucking
of the
phenomenal.
time.
I don't deny
Sometimes
that.
I get distracted and things burn.
There's no official rotation. Everyone just makes extra food when they get hungry.
Do you mostly cook Dalish foods? I haven't had a chance to try many.
Sometimes. Not a lot of options when you're out in the forest. But I've learned a lot of different cooking styles. And Tevan, Rivani. Oh, I even learned how to make Tevinter Khachapuri.
Wait, real Khachapuri? The hollowed out bread? 3 kinds of cheese? I love Khachapuri. What about you, Rook? What are you craving?
Cheese and bread were the only words I needed to hear.
You have no idea.
It's good with the right cheese, which can be hard to find out in the forest.
Well, we'll have to see what we can find you. You should have an assistant, someone to make sure it doesn't burn. See if it tastes right, that sort of thing.
Nev Gallus, helping me cook?
Again, the flattery is...
Right, just a person. Got it.
Great. Now, let's see what we can scrounge up.
I love you, Nev. This has been a fun stream. It's been a very fun stream. Twilight, do you have a Discord? If you add me on Discord, you can send me whatever you like. So I'm pretty sure you can't send pictures on TikTok. Well, here's my Discord, Twilight. Go ahead and send me a friend request. We can go from there.
Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to meet up. Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sounds like fun.
There you go, buddies. Send me a friend request and we'll go from there. I think... Hold on a second. There we go. I look good. Got your friend request. I think it's time for me to take a little break. I've been streaming for 3 hours. Oh, you look good. Loving the outfit, Twilight. The armor still looks good on you. But yeah, I think it's time for a short break. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours, and most of that was me talking to y'all. Like, literally just ranting about shit. I didn't even play the game. I was just ranting. So I'm going to take a short break. Maybe take a nap. And then get back to it in an hour. So I'll see you all soon. I wish you were here for it, Twilight, but you'll catch the next rant, I'm sure. I'll see you all again
GG.
real soon.
See you later, Rico.
All right. Peace, y'all.